So did the defense file their motion by 6? Yes, and Judge M issued a new ruling in the middle of the afternoon, and that changes literally everything. So after everything that happened in court today, Judge M issued a new order sua sponte, not based on arguments the defense raised, based on his own research that he thought could be error to not raise, asking whether the statements made by Carmen Lauber that the prosecution is seeking to admit were made before or after any potential undue influence or motive to fabricate, like a plea deal, like a give us what we need to convict Kouri Richins, those sorts of things. And the court asked the parties to focus their information to the court on that prong, saying that yes, the defense opened the door to this, but needed clarity around the timing of the statements and more. So then the defense says in their written motion that they received an email from the prosecution after the judge's new order saying that the prosecution is seeking to bring in 2 of the exhibits and not the others. And that changes the defense's response because then things become more moot under 801 D1B, which is what they were arguing literally all day. But then the defense says that in the email, the prosecution says, Emily, this sounds like a horrible game of telephone. I know, but we don't have the email. The defense says that the prosecution says that they are now seeking these parts of interviews under the Rule 106 completeness. And it seems in context from what we've seen that the completeness being sought would be because there were clips of interviews played during the defense's cross-examination. And now I have a lot of questions about what's going to happen tomorrow before the jury comes in at 1. What, if anything's going to be admitted? How this is all going to be addressed? And if there's going to be any more filings tonight, because everything has now reset to the prosecution saying, okay, well, we're only going to seek these 2 that relate, it seems, to that. I haven't seen any new filings from them. And the defense said, well, we'll address it when the prosecution says what their new arguments are, because now they have different arguments based on the court's updated ruling. And so I think that tomorrow morning, if they begin before the jury comes in at 1, we're back to the beginning. Tomorrow is going to be interesting. Make sure you have the Law Nerd app. I'll let you know when we're going live. I'm going to keep an eye on court and see if there's going to be any big gaps till the jury comes in at 1, or if they're going to be on the record for an extended amount of time prior to 1, trying to get other things done. Who knows? We'll find out tomorrow. So get the Law Nerd app and I'll see you in the chat. Have a good night, Law Nerd.